Hey math kids, today we're going to talk about the factor theorem, what it says for any polynomial p of x, k is a 0 of p of x, then we know that x minus k is a factor of p of x. So, I think this is something that you guys have loosely been using without even thinking about it. So let's just go into a problem, and I think you'll recognize that you already know how to do this. So it says, find k given that x minus 2 is a factor of this. Hence, fully factorize this. Okay, so we know that if we plug, because it's saying that this is a factor, so we know that if we plug in a 2 for all of these x's, that there won't be a remainder. So we're essentially using the remainder theorem, but since we know this is a factor, there should be no remainder. And so when we simplify that, we get 8 plus 4k minus 6 plus 6, so those go away. We subtract 8, 4k is equal to negative 8, divide by 4, and so k is equal to negative 2. Okay? And then it wants us to fully factorize. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do synthetic division. So what you do is synthetic division. So now that we know what this is, I'm going to erase this. I know that k is negative 2. So I'm going to replace that with a negative 2. Actually, let's do it that way. Okay. So now we want to fully factor this. So I'm going to show you something with synthetic division. So if we know what the root is to this, which is just a 2, once again, just set it equal to 0, solve for it if that's confusing. Then we're going to pull out all the coefficients. So there's a 1 right here, negative 2 right here, negative 3 right here, and a 6 right here. I don't need that anymore. Okay. Let me just draw a line right here. We drop the first one down, then we multiply by that, so that's a 2. We add, we multiply, add, multiply, add. Now the last one is the remainder. So that should be 0 because we know that that was a factor. Okay. Now because we divided out a power of x, this is going to correspond to an x squared term. This is going to correspond to an x, and this is a constant term. So if I was to write this out, it would just be x squared minus 3. And it wants us to fully factorize, so we know that this is one of the factors. And then this, if we use difference of squares, is going to be x plus root 3, x minus root 3. And then I'm just going to tack this on. And so this is the red down here is the factored version of this. Okay. Oh, and that's everything. So if you need additional help, come to Math Lab. Until then, calculate.